Okay, so we're just gonna clean up the underfill here. These are the LDOs. For the camera, front and rear. And for the home button, Touch ID. So sometimes guys will do these. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you clean these out so that they can breathe when you heat the other side of the board. You're going to want to clean away this underfill here. You can see with just a little bit of heat, it gets very soft. Okay, and just pick it away. I use a number 11 X-Acto blade. It's the most common one you're going to find. Okay, and I also use the Quanley Crescent tool. Okay, these are glass and they're very delicate. Oh, jeez. Did crack that. Might have to replace that. We'll see. It's a little shaky this morning. Gosh. Didn't have a lot of great sleep, but well, you know, we might get lucky and that might work. We'll have to see. If not, it is a very quick thing to replace, but you know, anything of course you can avoid having to replace is, you know, any extra work you can avoid is great, right? Okay. Let's see if I can make this so you guys can see a little bit. You see more that way? No, same thing. Well, it's a limited window for you guys. I'll try and get another adapter to fix that. I've been saying that though for a couple years. Um, okay. I just like to quickly go through and clean up the underfill. It doesn't take me but a few extra minutes, and I'm really secure in the fact then that I'm not gonna have an issue as long as I didn't crack Touch ID LDO. So if you do this and you don't crack those LDOs, you're really not going to run the risk of floating anything and having some secondary issues later. Um, I have seen before, I have seen guys have grayed out Wi-Fi afterwards. No image, no backlight. Um, and those are just really excessive heat problems, issues that have cropped up because of excessive heat. And, you know, you shouldn't run into that. I mean, that's just not understanding, your either your hot air station or properly applying, heat. It's going to be, one of those two things. If you end up with no Wi-Fi or no backlight or something. Um, okay, and just last little bit of underfill here. Okay. Set that board holder out of the way. Bring in our other board holder here. Okay. These get gummed up with flux, so it's just a part of it. Okay, so just hold that back with our little weight. It's used as a heat sink more often than not, but in this instance, it's just a heat sink for me. Okay, just gonna get our hot air station on. Okay, you guys see that? Yep, see that? Okay, let's get that out of there. Let's drop a little bit of flux in there. Okay. So you can see some of those pads are flat. So that's a good sign that you got out of there in good time, Okay, this is the ground in this instance. This could have been our problem here. Okay, a little bit more flux down now. Okay, let's get on our iron. These are my daughters. You can hear in the background there. That's okay, you can. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Yeah? You like it? Okay. Come in with our micro pencil now and just this one ground pad. And there we go. Okay, so now come in with our wick. Yeah. Yep. Maybe. Okay, okay. Girls are talking to me. Oh, they want me to make for dinner. Okay, you guys see that? So now we're going to clean up. What you want to do now is make those pads nice and flat. And this way, when you reball your IC, it's going to fit nicely, not rock. You're not going to have any, high spots or anything like that. So. Actually, you can see the M1 pad is also oxidized there. This could have really been a combination of both. That you're having an issue with the M1 pad there. This one here. Oh no, that's not the M1, sorry. Okay, so we're just going to tin that pad too. It's being a little stubborn. Okay. And then we can just come in. Okay. Alright. So now we're going to run our jumper to the M1 pad. Girls, are we jumping? Okay, so we're just going to place our jumper up in here. Just anywhere. Just get off my tweezer. I think I will turn on my ultrasonic cleaner today, maybe. Just to clean my tools. You guys see what I'm going to do here? Okay, we're going to scratch this M1. Okay, so Okay, and okay, perfect. Nice little bead there. Okay, then take our wire. I'm just going to come in and tack it. Okay, just cut some of the excess. It's not going to be perfect. Just what's up with this razor, huh? It's bum. Okay. Now, just get this sucker. Wait. Girls, sit down, or else we're gonna hop out of here and not watch anymore, okay? Thank you, lovey. Thank you, girls. Okay. Okay, so let's get that excess out of there now. Now for this, I mean, you can, but I don't run I don't put a bead of UV solder mask down anymore. I used to, for this, I just don't. Okay. See what we're left with here. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is remove the old solder. Okay. Now, if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be. It's going to mix in. So, don't go out of your way to make it perfect. You're just going to actually end up causing more grief for yourself, in my experience. Okay, so there we go. Got our touch IC there. Okay, and then we're going to get our stencil. Let's set that down there. All right, and then change my tip. And my temperature. Okay, so let's see about getting some. I really need some. Might have to go get my other paste from the fridge. Maybe after this job. Okay, so dry is good, but this is woof really dry. Hey, that was nice. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do is get your wand and just heat these until you make nice little solder balls. Now, a lot of guys, you might want to use curved tweezers, or, a lot of times I just don't use any tweezer anymore, but it's just whatever your personal preference is, and what works for you. Um, I remember in the beginning I used to put down tape and tape the IC. Um, just put down a little flux while we do this right now because my paste is really dry. There we go. See how that works? Okay, so then just want to pop this out of the stencil, just nice and gentle. You don't want to break make any holes bigger in your stencil or anything. Just nice and gentle. And then while it's still hot, just clean your stencil with your isopropyl alcohol. Okay. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna perk these up one last time. Boom. All right. Now, I'm gonna put this back down. Looks like there's probably enough flux already down. Okay, make sure your orientation is right. Okay, so just had a little text message I had to send off. Sorry about that. Okay, just get your alignment close. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. You're going to want to watch things like the coil over here or anything nearby what you're heating. And so when those get come into their eutectic state, their wet state, and you'll know that what you're heating is also. Okay, you see that coil now? It's getting wet. Okay, just heat it this way a little bit. Okay, so let's let that cool a second. Let me just go turn on my exhaust fan. I didn't have it on this time. My switch is in the next room, so I really should fix that, but it's been that way for some time, so it is what it is. Okay. No, you didn't. Well, just watch it, okay? To finish it, okay? Alright, that ought to be good. So let's just test this before we put it back together. So to do that, you would need to know, to do that this way, you would need to know how to use your DC power supply. So this DC power supply of mine has been naughty lately. Well, this little iPower box, rather. My DC power supply has been very fine. Okay. Yes, dear? That's okay. Something in our digitizer FPC. Let's get that out. Okay. Okay, so just let this boot up. Uh-oh, did I lose my microscope? No. Okay. Okay, so now you can see we're touching. You guys see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back. Okay. Okay, so now the crappy part where we have to put this back together. So thank you guys for watching, and maybe we'll do another video today. We probably will. I'll be back. I'll be right back.